Hello and welcome, my name is Kevin, this is Do It for Bruce. We're here in Crusader Kings 3 for another time-lapse with you all. This suggestion comes from Power 3151, suggesting that we start all dukes and they have to form their own kingdoms, no recreation of existing kingdoms titles. Unfortunately, I was unable to find a way to do that, but we do have all duchies and no existing empires. Hopefully that works. So we'll see what happens. They still can create kingdoms, but there are no de jure empires to start the game. All right, let's start with some predictions. First, foremost, I think the Catholics will probably do the best just because we're in a 1066 start date, so their faith is going to be the most widespread. Second, I think there will be an empire formed in Iberia, and I think there will be an empire formed from the Byzantines capital, and then I also think one maybe from the Abbasid over here. And the most spoken language will probably be either French or Greek. I think that's what is likely to happen. So I'll see you all in a little bit. Grandy's nuts. Okay, we're 404 years into the future, and things have changed. Surprisingly enough, the Mongols came in, and still some of their empire is lasting. Black Horde, you rarely get to see them. Usually the Chagatai or the Golden Horde are the ones that stick around, but for the most part, the Black Horde is here to stay. It seems like. This is an interesting map. There's a lot of interesting kingdoms that I wouldn't have expected to have been created, like Verona. Savoy you don't really get to see. Galicia, for one, also you don't see a lot of. Wales overpowering the rest of the British Isles. Denmark, that's kind of standard. Ruthenia, all these kingdoms, but how many of them have become empires? Let us see. Quite not many. Surprisingly enough, it looks like a lot of the land has been given over because of the Mongols coming in and creating their empires. There are a couple empires here in the east. Seems like they were able to afford this, which I'm very surprised that there is not Galicia not being one. Maybe also probably because struggle's not done here yet. But Galicia or Valois is not forming its own empire. Enough of that. Let's talk about religion, faith. Who is the most faithful in all of the land? And it says we predicted Catholicism. We knew it to be true no matter what. Catholicism, especially in the 1066 start date, they just are consistently better, maybe due to the fact that they have crusades, so they spread their stuff much more likely. Shaviism, cracking the top 5, pretty good, and so is Coptic. Wow. Ashari not doing as well as the other two, especially in the heart of Islam. It looks like they've lost some of their almost not Jerusalem, but some of their lands are nearly under Christian control. Culture, see if there's anything outstanding to talk about. As you know how I feel about culture in AI hands. It's a thing. They have access to it. They don't use it properly, but that's okay. That's okay. It's mostly for us, the players, to really dial it in for what we are trying to do in a campaign. I was trying to see what gross things. So Valois, Savoy, France almost being completely ousted from existence, Germany being expanded, Holstein, more of Verona, big, pretty much almost taken all of Italy, which is surprising. Sicily, that's pretty normal. Poland getting eaten by Bohemia, Lithuania taking parts of Prussia, Prussia taking parts of Russia. As for down here, yeah, very surprised that we didn't get any kingdoms or empires sprouting from this area, or empire specifically. I was really thinking that Galicia, the fact that Galicia is so big and so powerful, they just didn't, for whatever reason, take over that land. Galician de Jure land. What is de Jure up here? What is this little war? Galician de Jure land. Oh, because they probably own England. That's probably why. Okay, that makes more sense. Sorry, distracted as always. Next, let's look at languages. We'll look real quick and see. I was saying that Greek would be it. Looks like Greek is pretty widely spoken. But actually, I think Sengambian is one of the top ones. I think that's the first. They have a decent amount of people in all these lands speaking it. Iranian is pretty high up there, with the Black Horde speaking it. Is the Black Horde run by... no, it's no longer run by a descendant of Temujin. Yeah, so let's go and look at that next. So it is surprisingly enough not surprising. The Kalyani Empire is one of the more powerful people, with about 125,000. Galicia not far behind, probably in their they're much more powerful. Then it goes the Veronians and the Black Horde. Yeah, so for the most part, rank-wise, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 empires. Empire of Mongolia, Empire of the Vajar David, and the Black Horde, as well as the Kalyani. Which, again, was not expecting India to be the place boasting most of the empires, but they almost unified. The AI being able to almost unify itself under one banner is pretty crazy. All of India, you usually don't see that. So what did we learn in this time lapse? When there's no de jure empires, kingdoms are still unlikely to upscale to that level unless they use this special decision. And it, for the most part, it looks like none of the AI was able to make the special decision by themselves. So that's interesting to note, that the AIs, though powerful and wealthy enough, still are not able to take the decision. It just doesn't have enough. No, he just needs to hold 3 kingdom titles. So he has the land to do it. He just doesn't have enough money. I think getting enough 12,000 gold is probably difficult for the AI to have unless they are born with that much gold. Like Denmark, you're a sweet baby child. Yeah. Galicia, same probably thing. Wales, surprised they didn't create their own empire. Well, they're in a bit of debt. Yeah, just really interesting that it took the Mongols to come in and invade to actually make empires pop up on the map. If we didn't have that, then we'd only have really 2 empires left, like Ikta, Golden Horde, Chagatai, Black Horde, and then the Mongolian one, for whatever reason, doesn't have de jure, but is still in existence. Very interesting. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, have a good rest of your day. Ciao.